Flavor family, what is up? I literally just hit play on the new Amazon Flav City shop page because the holidays are here, and judging by the amount of questions I get on my Instagram stories, you guys want to know what my favorite kitchen gear is, and I figure since the holiday gift buying season is here, you might as well get good stuff. I'm not talking about presents that people are gonna get, be totally bummed out about, and never gonna use. These are kitchen items that they're gonna love, they're gonna use, and things I use on a daily, if not weekly basis. So let me push my computer aside. Rose is well overdue for a nap, but she can feel the buzz. She can feel the holiday excitement in the air, so she didn't want to go to sleep. So let's get started with really, really important stuff like pots and pans. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna reach for something everyone needs to have in their kitchen. Cast iron pan. And I actually have 5 or 6, but I have 2 main kinds, all right? So this is the cast iron pan that by default you should have in your house. It is a USA made, large, 13-inch cast iron pan. It is $39-ish on Amazon. If you're gonna get one, get the 13-inch one. It's a lot of real estate to cook on. You're not gonna be limited by the smaller ones. And what's the beauty of cast iron? Well, it's a very heavy and durable piece of cookware that won't break. It will literally last you a lifetime. And it has the beauty of going from the cooktop to the oven with no problem. Cast iron is a little slower to start to heat up, but once it gets going, it's like a locomotive train running out of control. It retains the heat well, it distributes it really well, and nothing sears chicken, fish, pork, or beef quite like a cast iron pan. So you can get that one, which I highly recommend, or this is en France, as very, very fancy France. It is Staub French cast iron. This is enameled, meaning it has this beautiful enamel cover on the outside, and it actually has enameled on the inside. And the beauty of that is that you never have to season it again, and it's naturally non-stick, and it's very, very easy to clean. That being said, there's a huge price difference. I think this one is just shy of $200-ish, but if you have the money and you want a beautiful cast iron pan that is not only looks great but performs well, you're gonna wanna go French, right, babe? French is the way you wanna go. If not, get this, and then I have the cast iron kind of care guide as a Flav City save story. If it gets really cruddy on there, you just fill it up with a little bit of water if you want to. Boil it for 2 minutes, scrape it out, rub it down with avocado oil, and bake that in on the stovetop for 2 minutes. That's how you keep it naturally non-stick and naturally smooth. So a cast iron pan is a must. You decide which one you want, but I think whoever you give this to is gonna love, love, love it. Now, some people get freaked out by non-stick pans, but there's nothing to be scared about because if you buy the right non-stick pan, it's 100% safe. And how you care for your non-stick pan is probably more important. So this is my go-to non-stick pan. It's on Amazon. It's about $35. It's from this company right here called Tramontina. It's usually a brand that services restaurants. And the reason why I love it is that it's high quality and it's a 12-inch non-stick pan. You actually need 2 pans. You need an 8-inch pan for eggs and a 12-inch pan to saute with. And it's high quality, but not overpriced. If you want to get a really expensive one, you can get an all-clad one, but this is great. Just do me a favor, never use anything metal on here. Always use wood, silicone, because once you start to scratch the nonstick, that's when the Teflon can leach out into the food. And if you're gonna put this in the oven can't be more than 400 degrees, otherwise you can start to disturb the actual Teflon in here. So if you're gonna get a pan, you need a splatter guard, right? I have 2 of these because I used one for the longest time. It looks like it's been to Vietnam and back. The reason why you want these is because when I put this over the heat, it prevents the oil from splattering out. And trust me, it will save you the biggest cleanup because instead of oil going all around your stovetop, this contains the mess. I think it's $9.99, but get the one that I recommend because notice how there's no plastic here. It's 100% metal. Many of the ones they sell on Amazon have a plastic piece right here, meaning you can't put it in the oven. Well, when you have something sizzling in a cast iron pan, I actually keep this on and I transfer it to the oven here. And if I'm baking did I almost knock you, my sweetie? I'm sorry. When I bake bacon in the oven on the sheet tray, you could actually put that over the sheet tray, preventing the bacon from splattering everywhere and making a big old mess. Oh, I caught you. I caught you falling asleep. You can go to sleep. Daddy's just going to work with his family here and tell him what to get for the holidays, okay? So you just rest your little eyes. All right, before we get into knives and kitchen gadgets, I want to talk to you about the granddaddy of them all, a Le Creuset pot. You're asking yourself, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. You're asking yourself, should you maybe get the cheaper Amazon one? No, I wouldn't. So this is something that will literally last you a lifetime, but get the right one. This one, I have 3 or 4, but if you're gonna get one, get the 7 1/4 quart. It's big enough that you can make a huge pot of soup, stews, or chilies, but you can also put smaller stuff in there. This one's actually a little too small for me. I find that if I make a huge pot of, say, soup, it's a little too small, which is why I only use the 7 1/4 quart one. Let me show that to you actually, hold on. Clearly Rose is not as interested as you and I, but this is the one I was talking about, you guys. 7 1/4 quart. Can you visibly see the difference? You want this, right? You don't want to make the mistake of getting too small because this is a huge investment. And what's the beauty of it? It has the white enamel inside. So it actually is very, very easy to clean. It sears meat. Not the best, to be honest. If you're looking to sear meat and get a hard sear, I'd actually do that in a separate cast iron pan. But it will literally last you a lifetime. And because it's cast iron, it retains the heat incredibly well. You can go from stovetop to oven, and it's just great for braising those beautiful pot roast and chilies all day long. It is worth the money. Get the 7 1/4 quart one. I'll put the link down below. This will make anyone, friend, family, enemy, love you if you get that for the holidays. Fantastic. Now, all right, come back here. Let's talk a little bit about cutlery and kitchen gadgets and all that good stuff. We'll go around, Rose. How about that? So, I have to do a little shameless self-promotion. This is the best stocking stuffer you can get for the person in your life who wants a cookbook that actually has good recipes. Many of you guys have supported the book. 650 5-star ratings on Amazon. If you're not even keto, if you just want to lose weight and eat cleaner, 125 low-carb recipes that actually taste good. Each recipe has a photo, detailed macros, and tested recipes that will make you feel like you're eating the food you love without sacrificing flavor. So Art, I think everyone needs a good knife or two. You don't need a whole knife set. Repeat, you don't need a whole set. You need 2 knives. You need an 8-inch chef's knife, and you need a 4-inch paring knife. So come in here. You guys will do 99% of the work in the kitchen with these 2 knives. Now, if you're looking to splurge, this is my favorite brand in the world right now. It is Shun. They're Japanese made. This is an 8-inch knife. It's expensive, you guys. It's $300, but it is top quality and absolutely beautiful. And this is their 3.5 or 4-inch paring knife. That is beautiful, and this is actually a line called the Hikari knife. The wood actually smells like birch, and the blade, let me get the bigger one here. The blade actually has a Japanese hornet's nest design on there. This is a stunner. This one's only available on Williams-Sonoma, this line. But even if you don't want to get the $300 one, they make a $160 knife that is fantastic too. But let's just say you don't have that kind of money. You don't want to ball. You're like, yo, I love my wife, I love my brother-in-law, but not that much, right? Then listen to me. This knife is a $9 knife on Amazon. It looks slightly different on Amazon, but the key to having a good knife is making sure it's sharp. The one on Amazon is called Equinox. I have had so many fans buy it, and they have thanked me because it's a good knife, and you also want to get one of these. This is not a sharpening knife. It's called a honing knife, because what happens when you use a blade, imagine this is the blade, right? It doesn't get dull, it gets crooked. And when you actually use this thing like that, it straightens the blade out, hence making it feel sharper, but it's not sharp. You actually have to send these in every 6 or 12 months or take it to a knife sharpener. This just straightens the blade, so I use this before every usage. So you need to get one of these, either expensive or cheap, one of these, expensive or cheap, and a honing knife. Trust me, that's all you need. Don't waste your money getting a whole set.
Honing knife or honing steel?
Honing steel. I think it's called maybe a steel? I think it's called both. I don't know. Now, in my little bucket here, I have tools that I use on a daily basis. Does anyone in their right mind need 5 microplane zesters in their storage container? No, but I'm obsessed with zest, and you need one of these for zesting citrus, grating Parmesan cheese, grating ginger. The premium series has the fun colors here. Nothing creates a snow shower of cheese quite like this. You need a balloon whisk. This is a 10 or 11 inch balloon whisk. It comes in handy. This is an Italian olive wood spoon by Stobe. It's really, really gorgeous. People on Instagram stories have been noticing this thing, so I've been directing people there. And if you're gonna get this, you're gonna have to get one of these too. This is a spoon rest because it's uncivilized, right? If you're gonna have Italian olive wood, how dare you put that down on your granite? No, 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 we don't do that. We put it down on our spoon rest. That's Le Creuset, so it's French competitors coming together as one, sitting right there. But I love the spoon rest, and it comes in really good colors like that. And then I think it's fun to put oils in these bottles here. These are from Rachel Ray. They're called EVOO bottles because she loves that. But I put avocado oil in here. I put extra virgin olive oil in here. And it's fun because they're beautiful. And it's very good because there's no light gets in there to degrade the oil. This is the best pepper mill literally on the market. It's from a company called Fletcher's Mill. They were nice enough to make me 2. I literally only have 2. I get emails all the time. Where can I buy the Flav City pepper mill? Well, you can't find it because I have 2 and these are the only 2 in the world. What's cool about this is once you set the pepper grinding with this thing, it never changes. A lot of pepper grinders, when you set it and turn it, it will change. This holds the grind no matter how much or how hard you torque it. So I would highly recommend getting the 12-inch model. It is fantastic. And then you oftentimes see these in the background of my video. These are Le Creuset storage canisters. And I like them because they're just really, really attractive. And it's a good way of keeping stuff out on the countertop without being in some ugly bag or something. So I keep my coconut sugar in here. I keep my chia seeds in here and a bunch of other stuff back there. These are fantastic. All right, cutting boards, right? You need 2 cutting boards in your kitchen. This is the one I'm most excited about. A lot of people get small cutting boards like this, right? This is garbage. You don't want this because number 1, it's cheap. And number 2, it's small, right? No one's gonna chop vegetables that are gonna contain on this surface area. This is an Illinois company called Booz, right? I love this because it's huge. This is 18 by 24 and it's a lot of room. So it gives you the room to plow through vegetables, to cut, to chop, the mise en place without stuff falling off your board. There's 2 variations of this board. There's the double thick one. This is cherry wood. Look how thick that is. It's heavy as can be, but I absolutely love it. And it's like $140, which is not a bad deal. Or there's the single width one that's about, I don't know, an inch or so. That's about, I think, $89 right now on Amazon. Get one of those. It's beautiful. And you have to season it every 6 months or sometimes 3 months in the winter with mineral oil because it goes dry. You just rub it in with a rag or a paper towel. It works great. I have a saved story on Instagram showing how to do that. But we never cut raw meat or seafood on here because the bacteria leaches into the wood. And unless you clean it immediately with hot soapy water, that'll breed bacteria. So I would not recommend that. Just buy a little plastic one here. This is from XOXO. I cut all my meat and seafood on here. I cut some turmeric here on the other day and it stained it, which is why I wouldn't do it on a wooden board. So that is a must. Looking down here, I mean, I love this tool, you guys. I always joke. That's my newest obsession. I call it the Meat Chopper 5000. It's actually from XOXO. It's called the Meat Chopper. And if you follow me on Instagram, you see me use it all the time for breaking up ground beef for Taco Tuesday. I know it's a unitasker, but I love it, you guys, because it really breaks up the crumbles really well. And it's awesome. And it has a little flexible side here in case you want to scrape down something. So I typically don't buy stuff that's a unitasker, but this is so awesome. I love it. This is a nifty item here. You guys see me use this for my cooking videos a lot. It is a portable gas burner. And what's great about this is some people don't have gas burners in their houses or their condos. And this is a great way to just load a butane gas here. You fire it up and you can put cast iron on here. So if you have an electric cooktop or a glass cooktop and you can't use cast iron, get this. It's like $20 on Amazon. I use it all the time. And if you're making something really smelly or stinky or messy in the kitchen, take this and do it outside. Like the other day, I fried a bunch of pork chops. I didn't want to do it in here. I did it on the balcony on this. It was genius. Now the holidays are coming up and you're going to do a lot of baking and roasting in the oven. Last year, I kept burning my wrist and my arm in the oven, so I finally got these. These are heat-resistant gloves up to like 900 degrees, and they cover a good part of your arm. So when you reach into the actual oven, you're not going to burn your arm. This is a must. I think for the holidays and beyond, this has saved me many, many times. So get these gloves. They are awesome. All right, I want to pick out a couple more really unique items from my Amazon store that most people don't think of, and here's one right here. Say hello to the world's best can opener. Why is this can opener so good? I should probably get a can and show you. Hold on. All right. Even though the Trader Joe's can of coconut milk has the easy pull tab here, we'll just pretend that's not there, right? So come in here. This is a one-handed can opener. What does that mean? Well, once you lock it on here, look at that. It's the easiest crank can opener ever, and then you just stick the, there, that was disgusting. But you get the gist. It has the magnet there. And it comes out really easily. This thing is amazing. It's made by Chefin. I would grab one of those for sure. Don't do it. I just did. Use the easy pull lid on the Trader Joe's ones, but you get the point. If you're a kale lover like me, you are going to want to have one of these in your possession. It is a kale stripper. And what's so great about it? It has a hole that matches up to the size of the kale leaf, and you just insert that into the, you insert the kale into the stripper, and it rips the leaf off from the stem, and it does it really, really handy. It also has a thing for time there, but I don't really use it for that. It's just a really cool tool, and it also supposed to be a knife where you can chop it. That one doesn't work, but it really is effective at getting that out. This, you guys, is one of the best blenders on the market. It's right up there with a Vitamix. It's a KitchenAid Pro Line series blender. And why I like it, it's a double-walled carafe here. So you can put hot liquids like soup in there and it won't heat the exterior. The thing is, it is loud, like jet engine loud. So if Rose is sleeping, I take this into the second bathroom, close the door, and make my smoothies. But otherwise, it's really, really powerful. Let me give you, let me see. Let me give you one more here. Let's see. All right, last but not least, if you do a lot of deep frying or shallow pan frying and you want to know the temperature of the oil, you don't have to go old school anymore and get the thermometer that goes into the oil. This is an infrared gun. So look at this. It takes the temperature, the surface temperature of anything you put it on. So what's the temperature of my hand, Art?
86.8.
Sounds good. What about my forearm?
91.0.
91, I'll take it. So this will measure the temperature of your oil before you fry. It won't measure internal temperatures of the meat. For that, you need a probe thermometer. But this is really cool because if you're frying, you want exact temperatures like 350, 375. This is a great way to do it. Guys, I have a bunch of other stuff that is really, really cool, like a spice grinder, a cut-resistant glove that I use, the empty tea bags I put my spices in to infuse during soup, stews, and chilies, fish spatulas, trivets, the plates I use, right? People always ask about the plates that I use. They're from a company in the South called Fortessa. I have those down there too. So I'll put the link down below for everything and for my Amazon shop. I think these will make fantastic holiday gifts for people in your life that are cooks or chefs and really want stuff they're going to use every day, not things they're going to re-gift or not use. This is awesome stuff. So that is it, you guys. The holiday gift giving guide is done. If I was Oprah, all y'all would have got one of those, but I'm Bopra, not Oprah. There's a big difference there. So Rose is going to continue to slumber. That is it. Like, subscribe, share. If you have any requests about product reviews or stuff you want to see in my kitchen, you let us know. But Art, I, and Rose, and Dessi, who's working very hard in the back of the house right now, we'll see you very soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking, mad love and peace, and happy holidays. And whoever gets these presents, they are going to love you a lot.